What do you do when your career is completely failing and you have nothing left? The answer is simple. You fake it. Ice Spice is not exactly a name we have heard of in quite a bit, but recently she's attempted to make a comeback, and she's put all of her time and effort into it. The problem is, though, that her career is more dead than ever before, so she has been caught literally faking her numbers and faking her recent so-called success. The truth behind it is that she has not had any success number-wise or chart-wise. What do you do when you try to make a comeback and no one wants you here, and no one even acknowledges that you are relevant anymore? The answer is you fake it till you make it. So there's a lot of stuff to get into in this video. Sit back, there's a lot of digging to do on this recent comeback, and we're about to get into it. But first, seasons are changing, and it is indeed getting very, very cold, so stock up on some Coco Crazy merch. These sweatshirts are super warm and cozy. We also have t-shirts and really cute bird crocheted items, hand crocheted, many different options. Link in description. Proceeds go directly towards Palestinian causes. When you purchase an item, you are directly helping a Palestinian family. Now let's get back into the video.
Landed in Dubai and instantly had to get ready for my hosting. So fun, we stayed up until sunrise. I needed to have black tea, did my own makeup, got food, and went straight to sleep on the yacht because I had to get ready for another hosting. But then I got a second wind and went to the gym, of course.
If you haven't heard of Ice Spice by now, you would probably be one of the few. She literally took over the entire internet in 2024 and 2023. Everyone knew her name. Every TikTok she posted got literally over 1 million likes. If it didn't get over 1 million likes, then most people would consider that TikTok a flop. She was so relevant, everyone would talk about her on the weekly. There was always some new situation that involved her. But now all of those TikToks are privated, and she's replaced them with new TikToks and privated literally every single old TikTok, which is strange because now it looks like she's this new and up and coming artist rather than someone who she used to be.
And I was like, should I have a snack? Nah, let me go to sleep. Because we ended up at the zoo very early the next day, which was unexpected but fun. Oh my god, I was feeding monkeys and all types of things. Honestly terrifying, but the baby tiger was so cute. I was obsessed. Then the zoo owner wanted me to meet this footballer. Oh my god, I'm so awkward. But
Ice Spice literally disappeared from the internet until about a week ago. She got canceled over colorism allegations as well as other allegations. She was very unpopular due to her cheating scandal and publicity stunt she did with another rapper named Central C. There's so many different reasons why people disliked her, as well as her lyrics where she sang about poop and pee in about every single one, which also annoyed people quite a bit.
They don't know that I came from the mud. They don't know that I really am Bud. They don't know that I really like. They don't know that I really like poopy. They don't know that I really like poopy. They do know that I really like poopy. They know that I really like poopy.
Ice Spice became super relevant due to her ability to sing about the most random things. She sang about farting and pooping and peeing and all the things that people usually avoid including in their songs because it's awkward and weird, but she embraced that, and for some reason it led to it wasn't really surprising, but it led to a lot of discussion surrounding her music, making people talk about it, and when people talk about stuff, it gets streamed more, leading to her success.
The fact that Ice Spice fell off because she was talking about poop too much is actually crazy. Like, that's why she fell off. That's why. We were like, stop talking about that shit. No pun intended. And she was like, no, I'm going to keep talking about it, man. Like, she had beef with this girl or something. But that didn't even, no one cares about that. Like, nobody gives a fuck. And she apparently was on Ozempic and she, like, lost hella weight. Whatever, bro. Who cares? You fell off because you were talking about poop too much.
Of course, a lot of people claim she overdid it and just made too many songs about the same thing, and that is an accusation a lot of people currently get, especially ones that have success mainly on TikTok, is that their songs sound the same. Because if their song performs well, they're going to want to make another song like it because then the audience will be more likely, and it will be a lot less risky than just trying from the beginning. So when she sang about some catchy short little rap song about poop and it succeeded, then she would do it kind of again, or maybe she would do fart or something instead. But she kind of overdid it. But that's not the true reason why her comeback has failed. The reason why her comeback has failed is actually a little bit more distressing and kind of sad overall.
Can we bring back Ice Spice Prime, please? Please, like, I don't even care if it's about poop, diarrhea, diapers, please, bruh, just come back.
The entire situation recently is weird because everyone knew it was going to happen soon. It was only a matter of time, but it feels weird seeing that she's fallen off because she's been so relevant before. Like, collabing with Taylor Swift that's not something that everyone gets to do. She also got to be in the Barbie movie, make a song for them with Nicki Minaj. Like, that is also a huge opportunity. Plus, the song was very successful. She, in so many different ways, has seen so much success. And the music she makes is pretty simple, and she literally came out of nowhere. And it's pretty insane to see. But everyone knew eventually she would fall off because, in itself, a lot of people claim that she did not have a ton of talent, and she just sang about stupid things, and there wasn't really anything else to her music, other than, like, poop and fart.
Ice Spice is going to be the downfall of her own career. Let's talk about it. For one, Ice Spice is messy and she shows her hands way too fast. Okay, even with the Nicki and Cardi B situation, it was like 1 minute she with Nicki, 1 minute she with Cardi. And listen, there's no problem with being cool with both, but when you're actively making songs about Cardi B and then in messages talking about Nicki Minaj, you look messy when all that comes out. Then all of your closest friends are saying the same story about how you are a nasty individual behind closed doors. It's really weird. And then what also threw me off is, for one, the whole prayer thing on the screen. What is that about? This bitch throwing up signs and stuff, which I ain't even gonna lie, I thought if she was just doing like this.
Another problem that she's faced recently is that, as a lot of us know, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj have been going back and forth on Twitter. They've been tweeting and tweeting and tweeting about each other, and I've seen a lot of people take Cardi B's side, but overall it's been an interesting situation between them, and apparently Ice Spice herself has been like siding with Nicki, which has made people mad, but she did collab with Nicki in the past. But then again, for those who don't know, I've talked about it about a year ago because this drama is kind of old, but DMs were leaked where Ice Spice was talking to someone about, one of her friends, about Nicki and talking bad about her, saying it was like her song and Nicki should go, like, stop bothering her and stuff, and it caused a lot of people to turn against Ice Spice. So in some ways, people see her siding with Nicki currently as her way of trying to buy back Nicki's trust, and then buy back her fan base trust.
But now when I started doing a little more research on what I was talking about, it kind of is weird that this bitch was throwing up signs and she was smiling and shaking and doing all that weird stuff during the prayer. And playing with the Lord, that's always going to lead to your downfall, honey. You see Doja Cat? Honestly, I just feel like Ice Spice is just really young. I think she's like 22, 23. And I feel like she just have a lot of growing up to do. And I feel like she's kind of ruining her life at an early age. Because I feel like once you start chasing clout and fame and you take the Lord out of it, you take God out of it, you just going to be miserable with money.
And she's also pretty recently gotten allegations of being disrespectful to the religion of Christianity. I've seen her wear a cross, but I've seen a lot of celebrities wear a cross that aren't Christian, so I don't know if she's Christian. I'm not going to judge her for her faith if she is, but I haven't heard anything about it. I feel like I would have seen something about it by now, and a lot of people wear it as like an aesthetic, so that might be why.
Ice Spice is being accused of buying views for her Baddie Baddie music video. Now, I'm not saying it's true, but honestly, the views jumped up real motherfucking quick. Mind you, even the audio is still sitting at only like 600,000. Even the likes are at 26,000 for this video.
So there's so much to get into with her comeback. There are so many layers, so do not worry, we will get into every single aspect of it. But firstly, let me tell you, something insane happened with Ice Spice's recent music video. So, as I already explained, she's privated all of her old TikToks. She's changed her hairstyle to like this peachy color, which I think is really pretty, to be honest. And she's just been posting TikToks advertising this one song, Baddie Baddie. But when I saw it first come out, I clicked on it and watched it. It had like 76,000 views for about 3 hours, which that's not insanely good for an artist like her. For me, obviously, which isn't even comparable to compare me to her in like our level of relevancy, that would be really, really good. But I've done that before with Brooke Monk, I believe. So her numbers weren't exactly doing amazing, but I thought maybe it could be behind. Sometimes the counter is behind. It didn't seem like it was behind. The likes weren't insanely high. And then all of a sudden, overnight, it goes to 7 million. That is weird. I'm not going to say she for sure faked it, but that does not seem like that's legitimate. Plus, considering the fact that her audio has only gotten about 20,000 uses on TikTok, it just doesn't feel right. For those who want a comparison, because I've been studying views for a while as I grow my channel, Taylor Swift got about 12 million views or 15 million views the first day of her album or on her first music video. And that is like, for her, that's okay. Her album's done really well. It's performed well. Whether you like it or not, it has performed well. But for Ice Spice to even get half that amount is kind of suspicious because everyone's been talking about Taylor Swift's album. A lot of people haven't liked it, but a lot of people have been talking about it. I have heard hardly any discussion about the new single by Ice Spice. So considering that 7 million views and no one is talking about it, and it's only gotten about 20,000 uses, which don't get me wrong, that isn't really bad, but for her, at least 100,000 is what she would need for it to cause some more discussion. So 7 million views is incredibly suspicious. That just, believe me, that is not right. But considering the likes too, yeah, that's not accurate. I'm telling you, they're faking it.
And everyone is in the comments, damn, you bought views? Damn, like, views went from 79K to 6 million in 10 hours? From 1 to 5 million in 37 minutes and 0 new comments? Dear Spice, don't embarrass yourself with bots. As you can see right here, the audio for Baddie Baddie, which was released 2 weeks ago, is sitting at 600,000 something views. And the Baddie Baddie music video now has 6.8 million views in a day. What do y'all think about this? I just feel like maybe you shouldn't do this if you're not going to do it the right way. Because, girl, the likes, the comments, they just not matching up. Oh, my God, like, this is actually embarrassing. Like, I feel bad for her. Because no shade, like, she used to be T like 2-3 years ago. And now she flopping bad.
She has gotten good numbers in the past, and it's possible she could continue to, but her Baddie Baddie song, and for all the effort she's put in to make it look like a new her, by privating all of her videos, by doing all this and all that, changing her hair color, it sounds exactly the same, except she doesn't talk about poop as much. It literally sounds like it could have been from her former album. Like, there's no really transformation, and you don't need to change your style, like, completely, but, like, if I hadn't listened to her music, I wouldn't be able to tell that it was any other era. I would just be like, oh yeah, this is for sure from her former album. It sounds exactly like all the other ones. It's hard to even tell it apart. It's just not a good transformation.
The entire internet is making fun of Ice Spice and saying that she fell off after people are noticing that her Spotify listeners are dropping drastically day by day. Ice Spice is falling off fast, and this is not looking good for her because right now on Spotify, she currently has 16.9 million monthly listeners, and just about a few months ago, she was at 40 million monthly listeners. This screenshot right here shows that she's lost over 50% of her monthly listeners compared to a few months ago. A few months ago, she had 40 million, and now she had 17 million. And this is absolutely insane because a few months ago, she was also the 65th most listened to artist in the damn world.
This was a bit ago, and it happened kind of after Spotify updated their platform to have less bots. And then a lot of artists lost a lot of their viewers. And so people began to believe that a lot of people are botting. I don't know why so many artists are doing it. It must be some sort of method. But botting views and likes and all this stuff seems to be something Ice Spice really likes to do, or her team or whatever. I just don't see it because it feels to me like, I must not see the vision, but it feels to me like if I bought subscribers, like that would do no benefits for me. Like, the subscribers can't view my videos, like, it would literally benefit me in no way. They can't be viewers. So why is botting views? Like, it's maybe short-term, it makes you look like you're succeeding more than you are long-term, but what's that gonna do? Like, your career you're still not relevant anymore. Like, what's that gonna do?
Ice Spice has now entered the chat with the beef between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and even shared a new diss track. This just got even messier. So yesterday, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj were going back and forth on X over Cardi's album sales. And if you missed it, I uploaded a whole video on it, so go check it out. But I feel like these two tweets summarize the whole beef from yesterday. And yes, these are real tweets. While this drama was happening, Ice Spice posted a cute little emoji indicating that she, like the rest of us, was sitting back watching all of this tea unfold. But she was actually scheming. Right after Ice Spice posted this, an audio leaked of Cardi talking to Ice Spice's manager, James Roseman. It seems like the conversation was from a year ago after Ice Spice put out her album Y2K because they were talking about her making an appearance at the Empire State Building, which happened after she dropped the album. On this album is a song called BB Belt, and fans were convinced when this album dropped that this song was about Cardi, and this conversation kind of confirmed that.
Not only does she bot views, but she stages fights. And we already know, I've talked about this in the past, but remember when she released that song with the Central C rapper dude that from like Britain or something against that one TikToker? And it was literally a publicity stunt. They pretended, or they were like decided to come together to have this cheating scandal, and it worked. It got them so much attention. The song was a hit. Everything worked out. But it didn't exactly make her reputation much better. And of course, then there was the Lotto and her beef where they like were going back and forth, and then they released a song. Wow, the beef's resolved. That was not staged at all. And I actually like some of Lotto's music, so maybe there's a possibility that they didn't stage it. But knowing that Ice Spice likes to do this type of stuff, it seems like she feels like the ways that she is trying to get clout aren't exactly long term. Like, they're not going to work long term. Like, rage baiting people is not going to work long term. Embodying amount of views, embodying streams, that's not going to give you a long term successful career. But I don't think she faked this beef. So when she dropped her album a little bit ago, well, about a year ago, she dissed Cardi B in it, and apparently a call leaked where Cardi B was responding. And this obviously seems like yet another way for obviously Ice Spice to try to get more attention from the public and keep her career more relevant.
Here's a clip from the audio, which seems to be Cardi's response to hearing the song.
Why you wanna act dumb? I really don't know. You don't know? I'ma show ya. I'm not Lotto. I'ma beat her the fuck. I know exactly what the fuck the bitch said. Go on the phone right now. Go on the phone right now.
She about to do this Empire State joint.
Nah, she about to get, she in New York? She in New York? Try to link up. Think I'm Lotto? You think I'm naked? I'll beat you the cup. Oh yeah, I'ma beat her ass. I'ma beat her. Any red carpet, any fuck I see her, any I'ma fuck beat her. I'ma go in that mouth.
Immediately after this audio leaked, Ice Spice uploaded a new snippet of a song called Pretty Privilege, in which she seemingly throws more jabs at. After the audio leaked, Cardi posted, "But wait, James, because I know you didn't only record the beginning of that conversation. Go ahead, baby, post the whole 11-minute convo when Ice Spice said she was in her feelings because I said Sexy deserved a BET award and she had just won some iHeart award."
And the call actually sounded pretty genuine, and I don't know how many rappers actually stage beefs, but I do know that Ice Spice has staged a lot. But considering she's gone to crazy lengths to destroy her reputation in order to get some quick clout, some quick videos made on her, some quick attention, I could see her actually engaging with some real beef with a much bigger rapper such as Cardi B. I mean, it makes sense. Like, what more does she have to lose? People think she's a cheater and a jerk? Like, I mean, what's the harm in it? All it'll do is turn some fans against her, I guess.
I wasn't even thinking about. Post it all. You came to bang, right? James then responded to Cardi by saying, "I did not record or leak that call. You hear me on speaker with your manager, Tubby, who called me with you on three-way, and you can literally hear that in the clip. The audio didn't come from me. I respect private conversations, and I'm not in the business of leaking anything." Cardi then quoted that response and said, "James, be for real and be a man. I was in my bedroom by myself. It was only you, me, and Tubby on the call. So you're saying it was Tubby? Your artist put a laughing emoji, then leaked the convo, then posted a trash-ass clip of her song in less than an hour. This why you've been avoiding the CEOs of 10K, because you know you did it and you sound like a..." By the way, 10K Projects is the label Ice Spice is signed to. James responded again by saying, "Miss Almanzar, I see this as part of your rollout, lies and manipulation included. I won't play tennis back and forth with you. God doesn't like liars, so I'll end it here. I put my hand on the Bible. I/we had nothing to do with recording, leaking, or even knowing that call was being recorded." And then Cardi said, "James, be for real. Your artist had nothing to do with the conversation yesterday. She is the one that tweeted that emoji, then dropped the call and previewed a song right after."
So that is still going on in some ways, and Ice Spice recently hasn't really said as much specifically about the two. She's kind of just kept herself out of it and tried to promote her recent single, and as nothing is really going on, no one seems to care about her, and there is literally no discussion. If you go to her comment sections under her most recent video, they're all hating on her, saying she bots the views. I'm surprised her team hasn't deleted it yet. They'll probably be deleted soon, but all the top comments are saying she botted the views, so it's not looking great for her career.
He was really nice. That was cool. I ended up feeding a bear, which he started moving too much for my liking, so I panicked. This sloth started grabbing my butt with its feet. Playing tug of war with a lion was dumb funny, but the ATVs was definitely the highlight of my trip.
At least she got to go to Dubai, I guess. She got to have some fun. She got to go some places. I mean, while her career was doing well, it looked really cool. Like, her music videos were kind of boring and got a lot of hate, but I mean, it looked like it was fun. But I remember watching that TikTok earlier that I showed you guys earlier, talking about how, like, she's so young and they almost feel bad for her. I do too. She is really, really young. And because she's, like, in this new age of careers just not lasting long, it's just kind of sad to see. She's just going to be around, but she's just not going to have anyone anymore. Like, no one's going to care about her, and she's only going to be known as the person who has no career anymore, who's fallen off. And that must suck as, like, a 21-year-old. Like, that would really suck, knowing that, like, everyone thinks your career's dead and you are so young and you have so much time left.
People keep saying the reason as to why Ice Spice fell off has to do with the fact that she was colorist. I think that argument falls flat when you remember that she's a rapper. If people in the rap scene actually cared about colorism like they say they do, there would be no rappers. I'm sorry. The amount of rappers that y'all will have will be very small. I think the reason as to why she's flopping is because the well for Ice Spice dried up. Let's think about Ice Spice. What is she? The light-skinned, thick girl who goes viral. And none of those are sustainable. I'm so sorry. Because at some point, no matter how pretty you are, no matter how viral you are, no matter how light-skinned you are, no matter how thick you are, there has to come a point where people are going to judge you as a rapper for the lyrics that you write, and if they are not good, you will cease to exist.
And you also have to promote your work right. Hot take, Baby No Money, a lot of you guys know who he is. I don't really like his music. I know, guys, I'm the only one to ever say that. I just don't like it. It all sounds the same. He feels like the Ice Spice, but like the dude version or something. I don't know, because his music's just really boring. But he manages to get good amounts of uses on TikTok. He doesn't really chart too much, and I don't even mean this to hate on him. Like, I don't hate the guy. I just feel like his music isn't my thing. But he effectively advertises for it every time, and I don't know how long this will actually last, but he'll, like, kind of beg in a way for edits. He'll be like, top editor gets $5,000 of my new single, edit me to my new single, and he'll do art competitions, and in some ways he has some very, very good things that he does. He, like, is anti-AI, all that stuff, so I don't think he's a bad person, but, like, so far that's worked for him. I don't know if it'll work long term, but Ice Spice needs to figure out how to advertise her music better, because this new single, like, what exactly did she do? She tried a new transformation, but that's just kind of boring and overused. I mean, she needs to figure that out, because if she's just going to make the same song over and over again, that is possible, I guess, to succeed long term, but she's going to have to find a really creative way to advertise it, because what she's doing is not working.
You know, you'll become another sweetie. The thing is, the colorism issues happened around the same time as the well drying up, and that's why people were like, oh, she's flopping because of the colorism stuff. That really didn't have anything to do with it. If you actually look at the whole Baby Sky situation, that situation actually flopped. You have to be really chronically online to see the screenshot to see what people were talking about with Ice Spice. Cleopatra mess was still chronically online, but not as deep as it was with the Baby Storm situation. I think they both did a bit of damage, but didn't think it was like super like great. No, I honestly think the future of Ice Spice started looking real not great when she released Fat Butt and people did not respond to it that well, and then she had the album, nobody responded to it well. Oh, and then there was that drama with like her and that British rapper and like his girlfriend and like the fake cheating. Just the whole album was like a mess in a way, and then skip to like 5-6 months later, it's Christmas time, she releases the deluxe. Now what sense did that make? Plus, the people who were featured on it were not great features. We're talking about the Baby, Double A, Anuel Double A, which, if you don't know, he's like low-key problematic.
She probably just figured, or her team figured, I don't know how many decisions she makes. I don't know how any of this works, obviously, so maybe not everything is directly on her, but maybe she just thinks that every single collab is a good collab. As he mentioned already, the fake cheating, his collab, like, they can make that into like a publicity stunt. And then of course Nicki, I mean, Nicki obviously on her own is going to cause some discussion surrounding those two, and of course maybe she figures all collabs are good collabs, which is not correct.
Now we're in July. I think it's been a year since her album got released, and there's been crickets since Christmas. Since Christmas, the only thing that we have gotten is the Gnarly remix with Ice Spice, which, do I think that was great? No. A lot of people liked it though. I guess that was like her testing her rap skills, seeing people really still wanted her, and I guess some people do, even though y'all really like don't actually. Can Ice Spice come back from this? Maybe. She is a few months before they ban TikTok again. She can try to release another TikTok hit, y'all.
And considering that she is so reliant on TikTok, and that's not inherently a bad thing, but most of her songs, I feel like this isn't a controversial opinion, have been really reliant on TikTok. Like, that's how they get their amount of attention. Like, she releases a song, it's catchy, it's short, it's a perfect thing to like make edits to or to lip sync to. It's the perfect thing and it goes viral. But she sometimes advertises them creatively, and the recent one, it just did not really become a trend on TikTok. People didn't make it into a trend, they didn't really make it into edits. Like, it's been crickets. Like, Baddie Baddie has, like, no one's talked about it. It's gotten uses probably just because of the fact that it was made by her and she kind of advertised it. But overall, like, there's been no discussion about it. If I didn't think of her and check her page, I would have never heard the song. Like, it's that, like, unheard of at this point.
Nobody really mentions how Ice Spice dropped the album, went on tour with Cleopatra, got dragged through the mud for being a colorist and a bitch. She loses 30 pounds, ghosts, No promo, no nothing. Nobody's talking about her. Comes back about a year and some change later after gaining 40 pounds. Throwing that ass like nothing happened. And it's like, are we supposed to take you seriously?
I don't think the colorism allegations are the reason really why her career is flopped, because I don't think the internet cares, like, about anything. She could be racist, she could be anything, and the internet probably would not care. It's more of just her music is boring. I do agree that that definitely has made a lot of people dislike her more, but she wasn't exactly loved before. It's more of just her music is boring. Like, if racism and being a weirdo and being a creep and all of these awful things actually ruined your career, then James Charles wouldn't have a career. Like, you can still have a career and do terrible things. It's more of just her effectiveness, her strategies for advertising, her stage beef and stuff. The Lotto stage beef, sorry Lotto fans, do not come for me, that did not work out. Her recent single with Lotto, or whatever you call it, collab with Lotto, it tanked. Like, it only got 1 million views, their music video. They were aiming for at least 10 to 20 million views. It just didn't work. Her recent staging of beefs, people have lost trust in believing them. People just don't care anymore. Like, her career could not be more cooked.
Somewhere past the wind, past the stars, this is Ice Spice right now. Boopy Duty, no. Boopy Fruity, no. Boopy Groody, no. Boopy.
The last time Ice Spice really did numbers was probably either her You Think You the You Know What, that one, or it was possibly the one after that. But she has had a few flops, but recently all she's had is flop after flop after flop. And I'm not even trying to directly hate on her. I don't know her. She's had a lot of reasons why people don't like her. She's had a lot of controversy, some of them staged, some of them not. She said some things that are not acceptable about people's color of skin, like the allegations of colorism, which I've already gotten into that, so I don't even want to uncover all of that. That is a very, very deep conversation to have. It is very sad and disturbing. I feel like I shouldn't even be talking about this because I cannot understand exactly, as someone who's, I know some of you guys know, I remember I posted the photos to, like, my merch, and someone was like, "You're white?" And I was like, I didn't think anyone, like, I didn't know people assumed my race. I thought people just, like, listened to my bird and were like, "Oh, it's a cockatiel, it must be a cockatiel." So I just found that kind of funny. But I obviously can't put myself in the shoes of someone with darker skin, and I honestly don't know the pain and suffering it causes when someone makes rude comments about someone's skin being darker and makes snotty comments about that. So I feel like I shouldn't even be like, "Oh guys, it's fine that Ice Spice said that stuff. We can just get over it." It's not really my place to say that stuff.
Actually, I did read the article, and she gaslighted the fuck out of the issue. They asked her a direct question, y'all. Do you think your career has benefited from colorism? Instead of her saying yes, she said, "I have seen those opinions." And then she said, "I feel like that's not something personal to me because the conversation of colorism has been existing before I became a star." That is not her acknowledging that colorism exists. She said the conversation of colorism has been going on. She didn't say colorism itself has been going on for years.
For those who don't know, I'll just summarize it. DMs leaked. I know she needs to stop talking trash in DMs of her saying colorist comments about Doechii and her success and stuff, and complaining about Doechii because I guess she was really jealous of Doechii's success, because Doechii has been a lot more successful than her recently, guys, in case you guys have not noticed. And after that, she obviously didn't make it much better by talking about how she didn't benefit from colorism. So that made a lot of people very annoyed about her. So a lot of people, hearing that she's failing recently, have said, well, she kind of deserved it because she's a colorist. Which I think is pretty fair, because you should not be making comments like that about another artist. Like, how hard is it to just be respectful to other people that are succeeding? You had your success, now let Doechii have hers without being rude and snobby about it.
Well, if she was a dark-skinned woman with the same rapping skills, she would have no career.
I realize that the older I get and the more aware I become, I realize that dark-skinned black women, we like live in a different world than everybody else mentally. Like, read the comments on this video. I totally agree. But there are so many people who are not dark-skinned women that are saying she's hating. No, she's not. Do you understand how bad Cash Doll is? And people really did not know who she was for a little brief minute. And that girl made a song called Much. Understand, the circumstances are different. There is a thing called TikTok now. Y'all be running them numbers up off of nothing and anything. But Cash Doll was spitting that hot fire.
Aside from colorism, Ice Spice has gotten a lot of pretty privileged remarks, people saying that she's only famous because she's pretty, because a lot of people don't see her as talented in any possible way. And I obviously am not a rapper, guys, you know I'm not one, it's not my talent, I would suck at it, so I don't know exactly how hard it is to make good songs, and to make catchy songs, and to sound good, so I feel like I can't even say. I just think her lyrics are a little bit cringe, and she shouldn't sing about poop so much. But I do agree to some extent that maybe pretty privilege does play into it. I think for a lot of artists, pretty privilege, like it's hard to be successful if people find you unattractive. They'll never take you seriously. So sure, to some extent, these things definitely do play a part in her career, because I don't know exactly when it comes to just the rapping how good she is, but the lyric-wise and stuff, yeah, she's not exactly like Shakespeare, if that makes sense.
Ice Spice calling Doechii the chosen dark skin from the industry is exactly why I give light-skinned people the look. The inward to colorism from light skins towards dark skins is exactly why the black community in general see light skins as non-black people. Because your actions and the words you be speaking out of your mouth clearly shows that you are aligned with whiteness more than your own people. It's acting of a sense of superiority because you are light-skinned. Not understanding the historical fact that the reason why you motherfuckers existed is because slavery massa was too busy messing around with the dark-skinned women in the first place. So when these light-skinned babies were born, these slavery masters didn't bat an eye. You were still another N-word, and you were still working on the field and working in that house. They did not care whether that child was theirs or not. To these plantation owners, all they saw was another baby who was going to be working in the fields for them, and he didn't have to pay $1 or a cent for it.
So it's safe to say that not a lot of people like Ice Spice, and everyone has different reasons for it. So what do you think? Do you think her comeback is going to fail overall? Do you think her new album is going to completely tank? Do you think that she's botting numbers, or am I insane? I don't think I am insane, but let me know what you think about that. There's a lot of stuff with Ice Spice surrounding her, and it's kind of sad to see her just disappear, but you know what? Maybe it was deserved. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to go donate to the GoFundMe or purchase a sweatshirt link below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.